Vitality did not drop more than a single map last season. Can they do that run again, or will the new guys be the first ones to perform an upset? So, kicking things off, Vitality running a shotgun pair, I believe it's going to be for the basement, which is no surprise and to be honest kind of needed of Pulse and Frost. Not bringing the Valkyrie to the table, which I don't see too surprising. Her cameras are not particularly useful on this map. It's already so small.
I think, yeah, as we said, the basement is not really useful for Valkyrie, but I do think as they have to defend the second and third floors can be great for just locking down where the defense, because so much becomes that outside window play, because there aren't a lot of ways into the map quickly, and if you go in on a different floor, you're stuck to push the stairs and nothing else. So if you want to take multiple angles on an attack, you have to play windows. Most teams play the windows pretty slowly, and there are a lot of other windows a defending team can come outside and kill them on those windows. So having those outside Valkyrie cameras when they're attacking the second or third floor could be extremely useful, I think.
Vitality disagree with you.
But they're not defending the
Vitality, huh? Oh, the second floor, sorry. They're defending the basement. They're defending the basement, they are. They're downstairs. Alright. They don't disagree. We'll see later on. So, school setting up traps in a couple of common spots for people that are rushing in and don't have time to look. The lockers just around the corner into B. Rescue upstairs with a couple of locations, making some holes in some windows that will slow down the attackers just as they get scared of what may be on the other side. And then he goes to sit down comfortably inside the garage with a little bit of help from his friends, checking for drones that may be there and something that might give his position away before he gets the heartbeat sensor out. And now begins to find something.
For them heartbeats. They don't exist unless they have a heartbeat.
Nope, there's no player there. Fun fact, Blackbeard has no heartbeat.
Yeah.
Currently not found anyone. You also note that they've actually sent BIOS downstairs. So they aren't running the double roomers. They were juggling around with the batteries to begin with, but he's just put them down to then walk away from and head up to the stairwell itself. One of their shotguns is on camera. Crisco, the other shotgun I thought might have been the case. He is not running it. He's going to run it with that ump as he plays on the floors above. Not so static. There's IG are inside the building now. A little bit split, but they're working their way down on the floors. Crisco is going to have an idea of where this ash is thanks to the heartbeat sensor. Do start spraying into the garage. They've got a suspicion he's in here, but not many shots getting close to him yet. One man coming to the window behind him. One man in the kitchen. One man in the corridor. It's a Blackbeard behind him. It's going to be in a dangerous peek, and sure enough, down he goes. Any other player would be dead right now.
Yes. Just going to say. Good old Blackbeard. It's to absorb it all.
So, Infernal GamerZ then have control of the floor above, having taken out just that one roomer. They've got 1 minute and 17 seconds now to figure out how they get downstairs. Thermite broken open the single delivery door and is now heading down there with his drone to find the rest of these players while his team are kind of stuck on the stairs at the moment. Which, I'm not sure about going into the garage. Asphere here on the stairs with Iron Max on Sledge. Max taking out Furious D right down the back inside the B side, which is nice. They've given him a drop into lockers.
Great position now.
Crack's looking to come and peek at them. Doesn't land enough shots and gets taken out himself. Does try and catch Max off guard and make him pay for it, but it will not work. BIOS though peeking out towards the base of the stairs, dodging the Twitch drone now, has to expose himself to the stairs again in doing it. And Max will trade him out again, picking up yet another kill. Heads on down. They now know that Frost is here inside. He's the last man standing. He's going to peek straight into massive amounts of fire. And sure enough, Max gets the kill.
And yet another great start by the underdog team.
Yep. Can't help but feel Vitality a little bit overconfident, perhaps.
Yeah.
In a couple of those spots. Furious G dying once to that guy on the stairs, fine. But why Anthrax then re-peaked it?
That was a lot. I mean,
a little bit unnecessary.
There wasn't even not to say that there would not have been, but there wasn't immediately any real organization to that push. It was just kind of two people stacked on the stairs, decimating Vitality one by one as they all decided to peek them one by one. And of course, Blackbeard picking up the kill in the red garage.
Perfect person to put on there as everyone else swarmed the rest of the building. Yeah. There he goes,
Especially
to the window.
with the, it's got a window, which is Blackbeard's favorite. There's almost always a defender there. And if you can win that fight without losing anybody, that's a easy way to give you the numbers advantage.
Down to the defense goes Infernal GamerZ. First time we're going to see them bring this to the table. We've got Valkyrie from them.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
All three of his cameras that are out so far
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving to
are downstairs inside.
What is so funny about Valkyrie's camera placement to you?
It's just very ill-efficient.
Okay,
I was in Germany for a while and efficiency gets to me.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Fourth and final one goes outside. To watch those thermitable walls. Upstairs they are playing with two players, one in the garage and it is going to be that Valkyrie, and then Jaeger in the dining room. Currently playing very, very patiently as he's waiting for...
Shot on the drone. Oh, he didn't hit it.
Come in.
Or is that another one? I'm confused.
Definitely a few. Spraying coming in from outside the garage will tag him out as he heads to drop downstairs. Has run away safely to do so. Will they know that the Valkyrie is also in there, or will they now believe that it's safe and clear? Well, she was firing into the dining room, so I'm pretty sure they now know she's in there. And she's taking a lot of damage. Will be downed at the bottom of this ladder. Do they know about it? We'll find out. Anthrax taking down Asphys, so that's both rumors now dead. Anthrax using Buck. Certainly becoming very popular here on consoles now. Ash comes to the top of the ladder. Can't finish off the downed Valkyrie, but is dealing now with Tensaro here on Bandit. Twitch drone will come around the corner, immediately be killed off, and Crisco cannot get the final blow on Tensaro either, so he's still being locked up top. Valkyrie alive, but still downed. Trying to put a breach charge on this side. A different angle to drop down on and make sure the bottom of the ladder is clear. Still unsure. Still just bleeding in the corner. Looking for the pressure. Notice the patience here that is coming from Vitality. Yes, they know she's down in there. Yes, they know she's a free kill. But they are not sprinting over to her, not trying to kill her off super fast and throw anything away in the process.
Because having that player actually be alive,
Attackers have located a bomb.
as long as Crisco can stay up here, that's a huge amount of extra pressure.
Max then begins the killing for Infernal GamerZ, taking out BIOS B's Twitch as they try to drop and put pressure in. Here comes the Blackbeard from Squall though, inside the A doorway, firing across towards B. Max just sprints across the gap as he takes his guns away, but Tensaro has been taken out inside lockers by Furious G. Furious is very, very low because of it, but he's down all the same. Max again steps just to Squall, lowers his aim, but then Squall is back up in time to get it. Max will fall. Anthrax is going to be picked up. He's also very, very low health here because he's in a trap. And the last player for Infernal GamerZ is Frost inside the A-bomb site. Crisco gets him as he tries to sprint out the doorway towards the ladder room. And Vitality secure round number 2.
And again, another awesome example of how long the 3 minutes really is. I mean, yes, they ran it all the way down to the last 9 seconds, but their actual push, they spent all of their time, used every single second they needed to slowly set up, to slowly get in position, take out the roamers, and just be ready to push. And then ultimately the push took under 20 seconds. And that's really all it takes. Once your team is set up in the right places and once you're ready to go, pushing into the bomb site takes seconds because you either are going to win the gunfights or lose them. And if your team's all going in at the same time with all of the attacker advantage that it has, then the push is quick and you don't need all that time. I mean, you only need 30, 40 seconds tops as long as you don't get blocked by smoke. That can be a brutal one on certain maps. Like Plane, I think, is one of the most difficult things, is Smoke's ability to completely shut one of two ways in for 30 full seconds.
So,
But a map like this, smoke can only really block so much.
the other benefit though of droning for that long and waiting for that long means you're pretty damn confident they don't have a smoke, so you know you can do
Right,
so.
exactly. Yeah.
Sort of kind of information you need to pick up as you go along and make your decision based on. Now, Vitality looking to hold this basement again. Last time around they just ran the one roamer in Criscu, and well, looking to do a similar thing again from the looks of it. Must be heading right up to the top floor at the moment, once again running this shotgun Valkyrie. Has used all of his cameras up elsewhere, so will he be hunted down and dealt with any better? Infernal GamerZ have droned him already now, and he is not aware of it. Ansaro on the stairs, he'll immediately be sprayed out from the other side as Max is watching the cross, and that is a perfect job already from IG. Twitch baiting him one way, Max then on the backside already there waiting for him, and they droned him out very early on without him even seeing it. So they use that to the best of their advantage, and now there's only the one roamer left up. It is Criscu once again in the garage, same place they already dealt with him before, putting that Blackbeard on the window. They know it works. Smart play then from Criscu to back down towards the basement, not give them another kill that far out of the map that easily. And now they just got to wait for it. IG droning the rest of the map until they know it is clear, and then they'll head their way down to join them.
Time to ring some ears.
He's going to run an A shotgun, but he's inside A, and last time around IG just completely ignored the A site, so they would not have to deal with the shotgun. Played around it, adapted to it, and you know it's there. You can work with it. It's all about information gathering. Criscu's still just waiting for someone to reveal themselves above him, and Maxwell doesn't reveal himself, reveals a grenade. Criscu's going to sit right underneath the trap and wait in case someone was there to find him. Max's drone's going to be what does it. Before Max then decides whether or not it's safe to come down and deal with him, and he will be down pretty shortly, I'm sure. So he will drone into here and know that, yep, there's no one there whatsoever, and Ash comes in and actually gets the kill. Furious G then here in the doorway will be their next line of defense towards the B bomb site. Can he keep them out? There's two of them in here waiting for him. Anthrax still watching the bottom of the stairs from outside. Furious is tentative, he wants the peek. Anthrax grabs one kill and they're going to spray in towards it. Furious G taking tags through the wall, but IG are treading on each other's toes right now. A lot of damage been done. Inside the room comes Ash, and she's taken out pretty quickly. Sledge, though, will be there to follow it up, and Furious G is traded out because of it. Hopcack takes down Score before Anthrax will knife Brian, so it is Anthrax versus two now. One across the hallway. Wow. Took a lot to the face, but managed to return a kill much faster than apparently Anthrax did.
I think he might have been just around the face. Looked like it was a great shot.
There was a little bit of lag there, actually.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but another round then to IG, and to be fair, a very well earned round. They actually sent Thermite there into rush against the shotgun too.
Yep.
To which he got away with it. IG putting up a much stronger fight here against Vitality than I think anyone would have expected it to be.
Yeah, their attacks are very strong. And
they are doing a great job of dealing with these Romans.
Vitality is not reinforcing a lot of spots that you typically see in the basement there, and I feel like it's kind of it's leaving them with a lot of squishy walls for them to get shot through.
Yeah. IG then looking for their next attempt to defend the basement as well. As yet we are to see anyone successfully do this. But here in a good spot. Vitality pretty damn strong at hunting them down and dealing with their Romans before, but then single them out and pushed in through the ladder. It's the same thing that IG just did against them and did against Vitality in the first round. There you have something up your sleeve to counter your own strategy.
Seconds to insertion.
That's what we need.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Upstairs they send 2. Tensaro and Aspar. Cautious and waiting. Bias is already spraying in through a couple of windows and trying to catch that one person that's a little bit delayed on their room or on their setups. Will drone the top floor then, which is currently above his head, to make sure it is safe and clean as Squall pushes the front side of the building. Criscu will open up the garage. Asfar just walks into the corridor here and immediately turns it around as soon as they hear that the door gets opened. Hopcack is inside the garage with him. Frost on the stairs takes a bit of a punishing as he's being droned to chased away as well. Okay, looking through the small hole, just about sees Criscu.
Does seem through it.
I'm not sure actually the shotgun does much good going through the hole, but at least he got the information. Know that it's someone from the SAS operatives. And Asfar also come downstairs, so IG not feeling comfortable at defending against the Vitality push up top and have all fallen back. Asfar now on the stairs is trying to deal with Bios. Does so successfully by just spraying a clip and making him hide before he even thinks about the repeat.
Magazine.
Both of them going for it now. A lot of damage traded onto Asfar. Bios though doesn't take too much himself and now looks to head his way down. Will have to use this breach charge here on the barbed wire, which opens it up nicely. Gives him a bit more freedom of movement, but he's still got a Jaeger here waiting for him. And he doesn't really know what else. They've got drones down and they've seen a couple of ideas, but can't be sure. He's checking for cameras. They know there's a Valkyrie up, but he hasn't seen it. Brian on the cameras watching outside. I do see Blackbeard peeking around there. Oh, Hopcat going for the one.
The Juan Dig.
The one in his sight.
Still haven't seen one this Pro League.
Yeah. 55 seconds on the clock then, and Vitality are setting themselves into a spot now. Asfar will be downed and finished off by Criscu's second grenade. So they've pushed him away, and that leaves Bios feeling a bit more confident about where he is. Finds Max at the far end of the corridor, but behind that shield, there's a very small angle he cannot hit.
Did hit him just enough to make him move, though.
He did. Squall looking to drop in, but there's more grenades. Tansaro hides behind the lockers, goes to peek out, and will be immediately shot in the side by Squall. He's down but not out though. Furious G has also been down and actually finished off with the pistol, so there's no more thermites. Ash trying to push straight inside the B room. Max will get taken out once again by Blackbeard, but Hopcack has taken out Criscu and answered for it. It's still 3v3 and 13 seconds on the clock. Frost has got Ash rushing in from one angle and Blackbeard on the other. Ash has got up on the desk, shoots him in the side, and he can't return fire. Hopcack now is looking to deal with them. Here's the plant going down. Here's Ash, looks for one ton on the right, gets Blackbeard, but he can't see the planter, he's down in the corner. Gets him light in time.
I thought he might get away with it.
I did too for a second.
I really thought he was going to get away with it.
Terran just a little bit too far, but caught him on the swivel. Gets back in time, and even though he got off the plant in time, the shotgun was there waiting for him. A nice retake from Hopcack.
Very surprised after managing to take care of Frost, which is the scary shotgun coming to that room, to just totally drop the ball and let him get inside with that auto shotty. Just decimated by Valkyrie.
Very nicely done, and the first defensive round successfully goes over to Infernal GamerZ, giving themselves a 2-round lead now.
It's definitely not how I think many people expected this to play out so far, but they've been playing very well.
Yeah, definitely deserving this.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So, Vitality obviously back down to defend the basement themselves. They still need to figure a way to make this work for them. Their 2 roamers being killed off very quickly either round. Even when they took them by, or thought they were taking them by surprise and sending a second one up there in Bios B's Valkyrie.
Right.
After only doing the one in the first round. Infernal GamerZ were not complacent. They didn't just rest on their laurels after winning round number 1 and go, right, let's do the same thing again. They went, okay, let's be properly cautious and clear the entire map. It's a new round.
Yep.
Ignore what happened before.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Sign of a good team.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And here they come again. So, still once more attacking this basement. 3 rounds to 1. A win here will put them on map point already, and a 5-1 map victory over the best team in the league from last season.
Not be a bad way to start your season.
Pretty damn good one. droning in below. Saro in on the floor above, breaching to make some surprise entrance waves while he's got Max to cover him. They've also already droned this location.
And so far, Vitality's set up pretty much exactly the same, which has not worked for them yet.
Apart from the fact that everyone is downstairs this time.
Is Chris? Oh yeah,
Chris
hey,
goes
Chris
downstairs
just
as well.
jumped down.
But yes, he's still very close to where he was.
Right.
They just didn't get killed off while upstairs so easily this time. Sprints across the bottom of the ladder quite dangerously, but gets away with it. Anthrax also running a little bit low on locations. As upstairs we do see the first player down. It is going to be Max here in the dining room. Somehow. He is getting revived with ease. Here in the corner from the stairs as Jaeger is just holding it very tight, and that's what he's going to try and fight for it. This barbed wire right here at the top will have been the culprit. Would have made it very hard for him to peek that angle while it's there, so the Twitch drone is going down to try and chase him away and distract him while they break it open, and now they've done just that. Elsewhere inside A, Squall has actually been down because they've already got inside. Twitch drone finishes him off with the help of Hopcack. But IS by AB is there. Hopcack going to open it up. Brian taken down at range. The Blackbeard is put down from inside the B bomb site by Anthrax. He's taking him very, very low, but he can still fire back. And as he sees Hoppack try and get the revive on, Hoppack is lucky to be alive right there.
Sorry, Brian. Gave up on you.
To peek across the gap, Furious G takes down Asper as he tries to come down the stairs. Bios grabbing Tansara as well, and this is looking like Vitality are here to take this round. Still 3v4 technically, but Brian being on the floor and not really being able to do anything. But it as a 4v2. 4v1 is now the only remaining standing player is Hoppack. They cannot revive this Blackbeard. Bios IB in the back corner behind that shield is just going to stay crouched and safe. He can't crawl Brian out because Bios will see him, and he can't get across to revive him because he's going to get seen here by Anthrax. Sees him himself but goes for the shot, and it's not going to matter. Anthrax downs him, and Vitality finally win a defensive round, making it 3-2. And we're going to start to move around the map now.
A much more solid defense by them, and they didn't peak nearly as much this defending round. From their last defend rounds, you know, they were doing a lot of, like you said, I think they were overconfident, thought, oh, this is a newer team, won't be that big of a deal, but, and they were doing a lot of unnecessary peeking, just feeding into that thing every attacker wants. Like, if I just watch this corridor, will the defender just for some reason step out? And Vitality was handing it to them those first couple defense rounds. But that time I think they played a lot more reserved, said they're the ones attacking, let's actually wait for them to attack, let's use our setup, let's use our defense. And, much more the team we're used to seeing from Vitality there.
So, into the TV room and the dining room go the IG defense rounds. So,
5 seconds to go.
how do they plan to defend this? Well, right now they got a frost trap set up all over the garage. They've got a couple of holes blown on the floor above with some C4 to give them some extra rotate options as Asfer and Hoppack are up there. Hoppack also dropping that trapdoor to give them another way in to the floor below if they get pushed in that direction. And Tansara is sitting on the stairs. Squall then out front, running himself an ACOG.
Swapping back!
It's Chris Q. Looking through this garage window. He saw Max's gun for a second, is now unsure about it. Thrax is inside, cautiously looking for a couple of cameras. There is a shotgun reading right around that corner to his right, and he may know about this. Thinking about it. And there it is.
That's
Valkyrie came
about
out
how
straight
we
ready
expected
for
that
him.
to go. Sorry,
Actually
Anthrax.
missed the first shot, but Anthrax was not ready for the push, and pays the price for it. But Crisco is there to trade him out. Hotpack goes down. Bias IB goes down to takes down Asfer as well. Tensara, though, will trade out onto Bias and is back to being a 3v3. The positioning for both these two teams is very good for coverage of each other. Brian has to drop to the basement, though.
It's
Max
the beauty
is
of an auto
right,
shotty.
left.
The beauty of an auto shotty is you miss the first shot, the second one comes really quickly after.
Yeah. Crisco upstairs. Caught on the camera, is now pushing towards Tensara, so he's going to be ready and waiting for it, though. Furious is going to push in on the level with him. Profiles the stairs a little away, but that's not where Tensara's moved to. Tensara would have just seen Furious run into that room.
Time to ring some ears. It's about to get hot.
Furious blows the trapdoor, but then runs straight downstairs towards the garage. It has forced Brian to reposition on the floor below, though. Furious at this window. There is a frost trap. Whether he knows about it or not, I don't know. Whether it's been cleared or not, we'll have to wait and see. Kills out the camera. Brian's just been seen there, and the shot comes around. Furious will pre-fire it, but he's moved already. The only reason Brian could be there, I'd imagine, is because that trap has been killed.
Changing back.
Else Furious would not be able to get in. 20 seconds on the clock then. And let's go towards our diffuser. It's Crisco. He's got Squall pushing in with him. Max is prone behind the piano and he will take down the Blackbeard.
10 seconds left.
Plant's going to head on over. He's very, very slow about pushing in. Crisco gets the plant completed.
Attackers have
Whereas Prime behind the desk. Furious G has been down in that frost trap, so he came in. Now the last man is Crisco and he's prone on the floor in the corner. Gets pre-fire, but not a lot of the damage will land. Now Brian's looking for it. Sprints across the gap. Goes towards this outer window. Comes on in. They know he's pinned in this corner. He's got the shotgun, and it's an easy kill. Now he's got to find the diffuser. There it is. Nice job done. Crisco couldn't even finish the kill on Rook while he was down on the floor, which to be fair is good.
Yep.
Don't need to rush that down. He wasn't going anywhere.
At a 3v1, they're probably not picking him up, and you're much better off saving those bullets for the inevitable rush from the other two players. Which is exactly what he tried to do. But not much you can do once that shotgun gets through the window. And again, that's the thing I like about this map. On the bigger maps, you figure, oh, there's one door. They have to come in that way. That's a lot of ground for the shotgun to cover. But on Hereford, you get to run outside and jump in through the window, and suddenly now you're right in front of his face. And you don't even get detected, even in those 2 seconds.
So, on to map point. Go Infernal GamerZ. They're the new guys, and they are definitely making a splash right now. They are attacking the bomb site they just defended successfully. Can they do a better job than Vitality? Vitality was stalled for so long there. They had to rush it on out at the end, and did not work for him, especially when Blackbeard was one of the people. They wanted him to sit outside B and just cover off that diffuser with his impenetrable shield. But he had to come on in to help out at the end there, and it was an easy kill for the prone Rook right underneath his feet. For their attempt.
Barbed wire deployed. Device activated.
So,
10 seconds left.
Vitality. Last time around you defended against 2 roamers on the top floor, but they were quickly repositioned by us, making this hole down here through this floor, which will allow him to see this front window.
Recover the diffuser.
They haven't blown a hole between these rooms though, which is what allowed a couple of powerful rotates for the defenders last time. So Crisco and Bios going to be very much cut off from each other to begin with. While the rest of the team are spread out downstairs. Anthrax on the breakable trapdoor with a shotgun of his own, so if he needs to panic escape, he can do. Right now he's got Max right outside that now open window.
Bomb located by attackers.
Cronin goes close to it.
Recovered their
Might be able to get a cheeky stick up. Throws the camera straight out there, but it will immediately be seen and killed off, no doubt.
ADS up and running. Drone active.
But they are playing the the outside cameras now.
Yeah. Ryan's still watching this window from below, but the bias angle here will allow him to fire down on top of that Blackbeard shield if he goes for it. So he's now very cautious about it himself. Asfer is already inside, and there's a man on the stairs as well, and Bios gets away very, very luckily. Grisku, though, is now pinned inside this bedroom. Max is coming this floor. Asfer is across the other side. Tensara is coming down the stairs. Going to creep in, sprint through the doorway. Stands straight up into Jaeger's crosshairs, but he will not get a second one. A good trade straight back out by Asfar. 1 for 1, Romer down. Bios now going to head down to the stairs below. But now that they've got control of this floor, what can IG do with it? They can deal with this front window to B now. Asfar can penetrate down on top of B as well. Max still inside with him. Thermite has opened a trap in towards A, and that's going to adjust a lot of the positioning for the defending players that are downstairs. Fear is now trapped in this little corner. Anthrax still here inside B.
Activating drone. Time to make a new door.
Score watching the back of the stairs, and Bios downstairs will come up these ladder into garage and try and stab him in the back, but they've still got a minute to go with, and they need to start tracking some of these players down. Don't want to make these pushes in. Back in the garage, starts trading back and forth with Furious G as he has opened up this wall. Furious sprints across the gap again and gets away with it. Looks towards where Anthrax is, but cannot get the angle tight enough. Brian also knows he's in that corner, is watching for him to step out, but it won't happen. Asphera goes above. It's exactly where she needs to be.
Ready to breach.
Tries to go straight off above Anthrax's head, and he has to immediately sprint away, but he survives it. Gets to safety behind the bomb again, but he sprints straight across the window, and down goes Blackbeard. And at the same time, Biosbeard taking down Hotpack. That's the diffuser down with 15 seconds. Max is going to drop in towards B and him down 2. Asphere, 9 seconds to find 4 people or defuse. Not going to happen, buddy. It's going to go 4 rounds to 3. IAG will have to defend once more to try and secure this map. But for now, we are 1 step closer to overtime. Vitality taking that round. 4 rounds to 3. And this game is really tightening up.
And it was, again, good. They made use of their time, got rid of the drone, roamers, everything like. Obviously, they failed to kill Bios, but they forced him out of that roaming position and down in the basement where he's a lot less effective. And but ultimately, their actual attack push fell apart very, very quickly.
So.
Tried to make use of that top-down gameplay through the floors, but didn't quite get much out of it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
So,
as
the
many
basement
bombs as
defense
they
is
can.
the last stand for IG before overtime kicks in. They had a great run defending against Vitality's pushes on here earlier on, but they need to continue
Bomb
it.
located by attackers.
That is the downfall.
Yeah.
We just went upstairs because it was successfully attacked a couple of times. Can you do better now? You've done a great job attacking it yourself.
Not so hard on the defense.
No.
10 seconds remaining.
Ready for company.
5 seconds left
Right
before
now,
insertion.
IG leaving 3 players downstairs. Brian, the sole shotgun sitting inside A. Last time we see Frost sitting inside that bomb site, they both got killed off really quickly and easily.
The bomb diffuser.
But Hotpack was there to save the day and stop the plant. He now goes outside to throw that camera down again, and upstairs goes Asfar. One slight more. The sole roamer for IG. Picking up the first couple of drones he sees,
Drone is ready to go.
and then goes into hiding. Waiting for Vitality to try and track him down and waste some time on him if they can.
Ooh.
Down
Just
he goes.
thread the needle on him right there.
Really nice hold by Anthrax. They pinned him inside that room. Knew which way he went.
Knew
He
it
had
moved
no
from
way
the drone.
down.
Yep.
And then very nice crosshair placement, taking him out with 1 bullet as he runs across the gap. So 5 versus 4. Vitality really pushing for this to go to overtime. Everyone else from Infernal GamerZ playing down in the basement, and Vitality at 2 minutes in the clock are already starting to pressure it.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Ash lays an egg
Attackers have
before
recovered their
handing it over. To Buck as he heads on outside. Gives Blackbeard a nice little sightline inside towards the locker's location. Tensaro is there thinking about playing on about it with batteries. Seen it a few times, and even if he doesn't, it's a Pretty good character to play in that space thanks to the very fast fire rate on his gun. And the mobility he has in such a small location like the lockers.
Right.
Minute 15, and while it doesn't look like Vitality have done much, they've been droning, they've been scouting and pressuring a lot of players here into positions where they now know they can get control of. So that gives Crisco a chance to get down here to the bottom of the ladder. They've got a man on the stairs, they've got Anthrax outside, they've got the walls blown open thanks to Furious G. And there is not a lot of movement here for Infernal GamerZ to deal with. 50 seconds on the clock, and the push is going to come from Vitality in a minute. And it's going to come down to a lot of very explosive firefights. Here's the charge on the wall, Furious, and it's killed off by Tensaro. So no more charges left, so they have got that small respite here for Infernal. He's watching the single now. Max down at the bottom, needs to be very, very careful. He does not die off prematurely here. Bios comes around the corner, and neither of them land the shots. Peeks on out, and Bios will be coming out on top. IG now got to defend against 5 people with only 3. Bryant's first man looks away just at the wrong time. Perfect timing on the push into A, and down he goes. Tensaro will grab Anthrax. Bios B grabs 1, and Hopcack is the last man standing. There's a man inside A in a frost trap. There's another man in there with a Blackbeard shield in front of his face, but the diffuser has been downed. Blackbeard picks it up. Over he goes in towards lockers is his swap. He can detect it. Anthrax behind him. Furious G inside B picked him up. If he'd have gone straight through that blown wall, he got away with it, but he wasn't sure, and Furious in a perfect position to catch him out for that flank. Very nicely played Vitality, forcing us into overtime.
I can't even track a player that well with a mouse. He just kept it perfect. That play on Frost is the case in point, perfect example of how timing is everything in this game.
Yep.
If the push down the stairs had been just slightly off from the push into the A-bomb site, both of them probably would have died to Frost. But because it was simultaneous as he pushed down and he turned away to look towards the door, that's right when Ash came from the stairs. There's no way that he was going to kill either of them in that situation. There's no how do you decide which one's going to step out first when they're both going to be there at the same time?
So as we head into overtime here, quick update on the men's game. Having won that 2 maps to 0, 5-2, 5-2, they will grab themselves 3 points out of the gate. And the second game will begin off stream in just a moment. Once we're done here, of course, we'll give you an updated standings as best we can with all the results that are currently in for today. But we've still got Border to go after this map. And we've still got overtime to finish this one.
Dad OT.
I'm excited to see Border. I'm expecting a train wreck.
I don't know if I am that excited to see it.
I'm excited to find out whether I'm either correct in the train wreck or if I'm not correct, which if I'm not correct could mean interesting things for the further of this season.
Yeah.
Vitality are about to show us the world and how
I feel
this
like on
works.
a map, I can't imagine that Infernal GamerZ has practiced it that much, and on a map or a team like Vitality with that roaming duo on such an unplayed map, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty strong for them.
Yep.
Might be a pretty quick game.
So, we're beginning with a sledge pressure on the garage window, to which perfectly played by Hopag. He sits there on the camera watching the drone, sees the drone move, sees the drone leave, sees the drone come back, and then just as the drone is being put away by Sledge, he climbs up the ladder, ready for him to come through the window.
Right.
Shuts him down, perfectly timed.
Cam in position.
Very, very nicely done. Giving the advantage then to Infernal GamerZ for the start of this defense round. Trying to defend now 4v5 should be a lot easier for them, but Anthrax is starting to open up above the double doors, and well, Sorrow is battery tricking again, which he successfully did last time. Now that Asfar has been taken down by Bios, we are back to a 4v4. Bios, of course, on the stairs again. He's done a great job of taking control of that and then killing off Max down at the far end of the corridor in return. But Max once more has a shield to deal with Bryant outside of A because he has not successfully held that any time. Sitting right behind those blue barrels, decides to try and peek up the stairs in case there's someone there. There isn't. So he goes back to hide inside A again. He's got to do a better job of holding in there because every time they pushed it now, he has fallen prey. Bios takes a little bit of a tag. Does he deal with the shield? Does he deal with the barbed wire? Well, he wanted to deal with the shield. That's what he will do now. Fires it off, and it does hit Max quite low actually, and destroys the shield. So that is now open, but the minute on the clock, Vitality have got to make a move soon. Squall holding this angle again in towards the B site, where he's grabbed a kill onto Max a couple of times over.
Drone up.
But Max has already run away from there again.
Activated device.
And Threx is here watching the other way onto the corner where Brian is. Furious G has just finished droning, is now on shore, and will buy us. He's once again looking at the garage, but Hoppack is in there. Whether he knows it or not, we'll see. Max is repositioned now back at the bottom of the stairs. Inside goes Buck, and he manages to outdo Brian again. The shotgun is not strong enough, and now Max tries to cross across into Squall's crosshairs, and he goes down. Hoppack upstairs is trying to deal with Ash, and well, Ash is winning out and gets in with the pistol, and that's the end of round number 1. Vitality, quick and smooth, had everyone for few Infernal GamerZ pinned down, located, and then executed on all at the same time. And well, once more, I can't help but feel that everyone keeps claiming that a shotgun in a room like that is impenetrable.
Right.
But Buck goes in with no grenades, with no flashbangs, just runs in and shoots, and just wins.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to deal with it.
Shotguns don't really get to pre-fire the same way that fully automatic assault rifles do.
Nope.
And if you know where they're going to be, if it's a regularly planned spot and you can just step in and be pretty much on their face, there's not a whole lot. I mean, reaction time's reaction time. The 250 milliseconds of reaction time is a lot harder to accomplish with a shotgun and time it correctly to where you actually hit them.
Also note that the first 2 times that either team won that bomb site, the basement attack, they just completely ignored the A site and attacked the rest of it, making that shotgun again redundant.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
They shotguns have been devastating for sure, as they should be, point blank. When Frost rushed, was that Criscu? I believe, yeah. When Frost stepped out and rushed Criscu, I don't remember who was playing him, but I mean, obviously that's where a shotgun should win. You're point blank and you're hitting somebody unsuspecting. But the ability to pre-fire corners and angles and the versatility of SMGs or assault rifles in this game is far superior in a lot of situations to shotguns.
So, Infernal GamerZ back again onto map point, which they've been hanging onto for a while now. Can they actually secure it this time around, or will they go back to throwing it away and letting Vitality level things out? Well, they've had a good job attacking the last few times into the floors above and journeying around and pinning down members of Vitality that are up here, to the point where this time Vitality have just said, no, everyone downstairs now. And they are sitting down there, waiting patiently for the attack that will inevitably come their way. Scoot running a shotgun of his own. Squall also running that Super 90, of course, inside the A room. Class B running back comfortably by the doubles. Sledge comes and opens the trapdoor above, dining. And the rest of IG are actually playing a lot slower than they had been on rounds before. Rest of his squad are very cautiously edging on down. For openings. Sledge and Ash then looking towards garage and ladder. They know the bottom of the ladder is now clear thanks to this drone that just headed down. I'm not sure if he saw that man behind there.
He's gotta know.
He's gotta have a very quick suspicion at the very least.
Well, they don't know which corner it was.
Now
they do.
See him. Definitely has an idea. He'll survive his drone again. Get it across. And then turning out. Spotted. Squall in beside the A bomb again. Also spotted out.
Cool looking at me.
Kill the drone. What you looking at, Willis? As Brian begins with the first kill on Tobias B, then the Bandit tries to reposition away from the lockers as he started to get pressured off and the walls were blown open there, and walks straight into Blackbeard's crosshairs as he has full control of this stairwell. Now, there is only 4 members left up to defend, and well, the lockers have been cracked right open. Squall's shotgun is on display there for Hopak. Looking for Anthrax inside B, and he gets him. Furious G taken out from the lockers as well, and he sprints straight across into the doorway, taking down Squall. IG seal map number 1. 6 rounds to 4.
Very smooth attack by IG there.
That was a lot of awful aim from Pulse.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
What were you thinking, Pulse?
Wait, what? What did I just miss? Did Vitality win the first round of overtime?
Yes.
They must have.
Yes, Vitality
Why
won the
did I
first
think
round.
IG won the first round of overtime? Whatever. All right, we get another round. My
I didn't even catch
enthusiasm was
that. I
misplaced.
didn't even catch that you said map.
Yep, I said map.
Yeah.
I thought IG had just won overtime 2 rounds to nothing.
I was just enthused by their, again, that last minute execution. Like both these teams are very good at using all of their time.
Yep. Taking it down to the last second, but then not hanging on and not knowing what to do. They're all in the right place. They all know where they need to be, and when that second does tick over,
It's not.
they execute it flawlessly.
I mean, we've seen plenty of teams just run the clock down by accident and then panic push in. But these are well executed. K, everybody ready? All right, move your stick forward and let's go. I was gonna say press W, but that would have been wrong. Let's say they're both running it so close to the timer, but the pushes are so fast. It's so well timed, and just they're using every single angle. They're using the ladder drop down, using the stairs, and using that side that Thermite opens over by A, just all simultaneously perfectly.
So,
5 seconds to go.
back down to the basement go IG. Vitality won that first attack round of overtime, attacking just this spot. Can IG hold their defense a bit better this time around? Tansara looking for a very aggressive spot here in this main entrance.
Attackers
Going
drop the
upstairs. Next to him, Tansara
Attackers
kills off that
recovered the
drone and has now got to be cautious on his way back down again. Sits on the stairs to the basement. That's far in the garage. Drops on down to join the rest of his team in the basement. Tansara also technically still down here. The rest of Vitality then droning and checking all the floors above again to make sure it is as clear and safe as they feel.
ADS deployed and ready to go. Device activated. Device positioned.
A couple of trapdoors opened up to allow the rotate. Brian once again.
Brian.
Brian. Sitting inside A. He's not had a good run in here before now. Hopak has had a great run here though in the stairs. Looking for the drones that may come his way. As far, cautiously waiting for that to be opened up by Thermite. Sora is holding this angle to make sure the other one is not opened. Here comes Furious G on Thermite. Where are you choosing to go? Well, this one will be the starter one because it's nice and easy. No chance of Bandit being near it.
Time to rinse some ears.
Open they go. Here comes the push. Crisco taking down Asfar to begin with. Here you go, that was trying to hold that open wall shut down. Back being pushed out of the bottom of the ladder. Asfar was trying to help him out with that. The next grenade's going to come in towards the doorway. Make sure the cover is clear. Now Crisco still contemplating back and forth. Bias is taking out Max once again from the stairs. Hopak has to push forward. Brian is pushing up the stairs. Squall comes in, takes down one. Brian's going to push back into A and once again lost it, and Squall has picked up that kill with ease. Next grenade comes in and Crisco will be down to the shotgun. Bios B though will survive it and get the kill to secure the map for Vitality. So, game number 2, map number 2 to be precise. Border. I honestly have no idea what to expect other than this bomb site. Because it's the only one that's remotely usable.
I have somewhat of an idea of what to expect, but
Well, please explain it to the rest of us.
I feel like we're going to be watching just like an average, a ranked game. I don't know what strategy teams could really have, unless Vitality just been, let's just practice the crap out of this map. We're already kind of got the leg up on the other teams. You know, we already know how to play the other maps, so let's just practice the crap out of this one for the last 2 weeks or something and then throw it in someone's face. Which apparently, judging by their performance on last map, this isn't a bad team to try to throw a map like this against, since they've been, IG has been holding their own very well against Vitality so far. But they did use a smaller map, which we did say earlier feels to be a weaker point for Vitality. They definitely play the bigger ones better. So, and with the amount of destructible environment in Border, this can become a big map pretty quickly.
Yes, this is the most destructible map in the game right now.
Which I think, arguably, it's almost too much.
In some situations, yeah, definitely. So, we'll see what IG choose to be their reinforcers, because as you mentioned, there's not a whole lot that they can cover. Now this is no surprise. Often see bandits perhaps play here, and we've got Tansara there, which we know he likes to try and battery juggle.
Right.
Here in your little altar.
Sacrificial altar.
Reinforced with a shield to one side so they can cover in towards the area here. Cross-ships under this window. And this is the really dangerous couple of spots. So we'll see. Looks right from the start then. By our side B and our attacker friends here. Cautious of spawn kills to begin with. And then lined up and ready to make a very aggressive push in. I think Asfel was just spotted and chased away there. Small now. Turning and heading into Chris goes back. So he's not worrying about the floor below much at all, just all worrying about upstairs. Hop back. A couple of important camera spots which are covering everywhere. Asfar is still downstairs. Asfar is cautious now that the door is open, but thanks to the fact there's barbed wire there, knows they won't be able to sprint in at him too aggressively. He's got a battery down.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
They will both go as he's being shot from underneath, I believe that is.
A lot of damage too.
Yeah, he did. Took that breach charge right to the feet. You've got to be cautious. Asfar's down there, but Asfar doesn't seem to realize he can do anything about it. Bios is right there. Oh, he's running away. He's got a little crawl here between the office and that wall, and he's got a trapdoor leading right down to where Bios is standing and Asfar. But it's still very, very cautious. For everyone else, well, Thermite's outside there. Anthrax is looking to push downstairs to try and help take out Asfar if he springs this way. Crisco outside the door, also very cautious as the Thermite will go off to open up a side lane in. Max prone though, right inside behind these bags. Makes it a very tough target for him to be hit.
Didn't seem like Crisco was ready for that to be open.
No. Still went downstairs as they finally do get a kill on Tansaro. Ash with it. Rise up through the edge. Crisco grabbing Max as soon as he stands up as well. He was ready and waiting, watching that lockers the entire time. Blackbird also watching the cross here through the main entrance. SIB is going to go up and in. Frost is sitting inside B. Hotpack is there. Bios does land a lot of the initial shots, but can't quite get enough. Hotpack will grab Anthrax. It's going to be 3v3 now for the retake as Bios is already down. Hotpack's cautious of behind him. Crisco holding tight. Brian is about to come around the corner and he's got only a shotgun in hand. Sprints across the gap. Now Hotpack's going to be there and he also gets across. Going to push aggressively forward. Does get through the spray. But the rest of the team are there. Squall and Furious G shutting down Asfer and Hotpack elsewhere. Meaning the round still goes in Vitality's favour. Missing a couple of important shots here with that shotgun Hotpack and does get taken out very nicely.
I think they're playing, IG's playing a little too tight for a map with so much potential for roamers. I mean, you have two wide open floors with a bazillion little rooms all spread through them and several ways to rotate.
That they did run a roamer in the basement
Yeah.
alone, who then didn't stop what I'm presuming he was down there for, which was Ash doing damage underneath
Right.
the bandit plants. So not too good of a start for them, but there's room for improvement for everyone.
Right,
Let's see if they
definitely.
can continue doing that. And now, of course, the defensive location for Vitality, having just successfully attacked that bomb site, well, same spot. No surprise. But where are their reinforcements going to go? Is it going to be different, or is it going to be more of the same? Thanks to the fact
Attackers have located a bomb.
the bomb site to go with, while Furious G beginning things off with actually reinforcing right over this side of the offices, rather than this little altar section.
That does shut it down from the outside and force the thermite early
10 seconds
if
to
they
go.
want to use that extra avenue.
Q. Reinforcing in here into the CCTV room as well, which is important to, again, limit the sight lines that can be had. That's why they literally just put Furious G with his thermite, firing from here all the way in towards where the diffuser was then planted, and picked up a couple of important round-winning kills.
Right, I think a lot of the reinforcements will be very what appear to be odd spots in this map, just because, like we've said, it's so destructible, and shutting it down and keeping it within the shotgun SMG range, and trying to eliminate ARs with ACOGs from setting up huge, huge, huge sight lines into the bomb sites.
G push though. It's looking very much like it's going to be towards B instead. Got Blackbeard out here in the window. They got Tensaro on Frost firing from the other end. Bandit missing a lot of important shots here, firing in towards both of these windows now. Surrounding each site. Hopback is taking a lot of damage here. Bandit is still being very cheeky, peeking in and out, but now he's got Blackbeard covering one side. Now we're going to thermite these walls. Right hand side here is Furious G, spraying through the floor as they know roughly where he is, but it doesn't quite land. He peeks around in time, will grab the kill onto Thermite, and that's the diffuser down. Furious catching G by surprise. Now on his right hand side he's got a couple more to deal with. Put in time. Here comes Brian, gets to proper pre-fires through, but the shield blocks just enough damage to keep him alive long enough to deal the final blow, with only being downed himself. Max will be here, Tensaro is now also here to cover it, and they're going to get the revive off.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
But it's still 4v4. Fraxon Stall close to holding B. Ryan trying to open up a couple more holes inside this office. There's no one quite where he was firing though. Ash will go down to Criscu as he is being quite mobile in and around the CCTV room, but he's been very, very low for his troubles. Max is still pushing in with Blackbeard, and Tensaro is pretty close as well. But Vitality still being mobile. Bias has just gone downstairs. He keeps creeping underneath. Tensaro here is going to come up the stairs behind him. It could be devastating here to the IG attack if they're not ready for it. They are not timed too well. Ryan goes down to Squall. The shotgun taking out Blackbeard with ease. Now Max is pinned here in the altar. Criscu's behind him. He's still dealing pistol fights. And there's the BIOS flank taking down one. Max the last man. They know exactly where he is. And Squall will finish him off with a pistol. Vitality holding very disciplined and true. Secure round number 2. As IG, while they were trying to go in, yes, they had people located. They didn't know how to flank them.
Right.
And they had to fight them head on one at a time. And Vitality were ready for that and better at it.
Just such a wide, flat map, more akin to what we've seen in other shooting games. You know, it's a lot different playstyle than what most of the teams are used to with a lot of the other Rainbow maps. A lot less vertical play, and a lot more, I think map control is huge. I think having a more spread out defense that is methodical and makes sense is by far the way to defend this map. As we just saw with Vitality spread far more than IG was in that first defense.
Yeah. IG then getting a second chance at defending the same bomb site location, but next time Vitality are on defense, we will see a different one. And as it was their selection, I'm excited to see where they go with it.
Right.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Now,
as many bombs as they can.
On the pack here.
IG looking to do a similar thing, I'd imagine. Just need to hold down the A site a little bit better, as did lose control of it very, very rapidly after that wall was blown open. People just standing up and showing their heads to people that didn't necessarily need to see them. Changing the defense already. Trying to reinforce side walls here this time instead of here for the altar.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Now Tansara is going to do the other side as well, so they do lose both.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Not running a bandit this time either. Worrying about dealing with that wall itself, just reinforcing it and expecting the fact that it's going to be open eventually. Vitality, more or less all running to the building at the moment. Droning in a moment. Checks that door is closed. Unity will give him a chance to see or hear or do anything with the man that might be on the inside. It's cleared with that drone and his team will go in. Once again, this wall is not being reinforced by IG, and Crisco begins to crack it on open, which gives him more of a sightline in towards the A bomb should this wall get blown apart. Did just drone out
Attackers
someone.
drop the diffuser.
Not sure whether or what to do about it. That will be thrown and just spray through instead. Score once again, watching the cross between the two bomb sites here. Using this tiny little angle from the CCTV room to the main corridor. By SIP, underneath where Bandit would be, again, breach charge in the floor and giving them an opening to tell him it's clear and let the Thermite make his way forward and give it a shot. Here's the wall open. Max prone in that corner again to the lockers. Last time around, he just stood up a little bit too early and taken down by Crisco, who once again has that really easy angle from inside this CCTV room. He gets droned out, gets up and walks away before the grenades will come in. Grenade now heads across the gap towards the other side. Sits close to Tansara, but does get taken down and out. And now Asper's making use of the room. He gets taken down quickly. Brian takes down Anthrax before Furious will trade on to Max, but the next man's there is Tansara, but he can't get the damage in time.
Zippered his face.
Crisco sprays straight across the head and Tansara goes down. That means the plant will head out too, and now the rumors from IG are too far on spread.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Hoppak is going to come this way and be the first man to find Crisco. If he's going to see him in time, gets to C4 out, and that's not going to be good for him. Brian will be there to deal with him though. Crisco has taken down one, but Brian is the last man standing. They're both ready for him. Squall's there with a shield in front of his face. Furious G's the other side. He tries to sprint for one and shot by the other.
Been eliminated.
And Vitality winning round number 3. Truly and happily. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are into round number 4 between Infernal GamerZ and Vitality. Vitality are currently up 3 rounds to nothing and are about to defend the ventilation room and workshop location here on Border, our brand new map.
Okay, just because you remember everything doesn't mean you know everything, Baggy, so don't act like you just know everything that they're going to do.
Tell me what they're going to do then, Punji.
They're going to hopefully reinforce a lot of cool things we didn't think of and do a bit of roaming, and I don't know. IG's going to try to... I can't imagine IG's pretty stoked right now about playing this map.
No, IG are definitely having a rough
Vitality.
time here.
Yeah.
This is not going the way they had definitely hoped. And
Clearly they're a
also
team that
running
knows...
Vitality running a no-rook defense again.
Yikes. I mean, clearly Vitality's a team that knows how to practice, knows how to lock down the maps that they play, but this one's just not quite putting up the competition that that we saw on the previous map.
No. Taking a minute or two for it to load on in, and then we're ready to go.
Attackers need to locate and
So,
defuse bombs.
down onto the bottom floor. All 3 remaining bomb site selections that could have been picked by Vitality are down here now.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And the biggest threat to this is this single window.
Yep.
Completely opens up this B site and gives it an easy way in. But we'll see how they do it. So, 4 reinforcers on the right-hand wall, on the east-hand wall. That makes no surprises. A couple of reinforcers here on the southern wall as well. A lot of traps and no doubt a shotgun likely to be placed here inside B. Probably Squall himself.
5 seconds left.
I just feel like the best way to deal with B here would just be open it. Open those walls completely in between A and B. Like, I mean, they've left them untouched. I think just...
Nope.
There it is, yeah. You need that rotation, and you need the sight, even though it does give that distance advantage, you need some more sight lines into the
Bios is in my
BIOS.
spot.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's looking the other way, so he hasn't made any kill holes.
Sensor deployed.
But you need some other sight lines into that window, other than being right in that little tiny room that's just waiting for you to get grenaded and then peeked by Blackbeard.
Yeah. And, well, he got away with it. They didn't breach in, they didn't make a hole, they didn't drone him in there, but you can get some cheeky spawn kills on there. They all repelled to the floor above. So, IG gonna pressure the floor on top before heading towards this bomb site.
It's also worth noting the floor right above B is completely destructible and gives you a perfect line of sight down to the window.
But they immediately down 2 players, as Criscu has found 1 shooting across from the CCTV into where the old A bomb site would be, and I believe Squall found the other, as both Ash and Blackbeard are down, so 2 important members of what is about to be the IG attack already taken off the board very, very quickly. And so we're going to do what he can to start trying to tear apart the floor. It doesn't really reveal too much to him. Vitality hiding around a whole bunch of corners that I'm pretty sure IG never even thought about. As BIOS B grabs another one. Hop back, taking him down. Tensaro finally rushing in towards where the old A site would be. Does get the kill on Criscu. Someone needs to tell Max he's just spraying a dead body while instead of waiting for the pickup. But it is now 2v4. Tensaro at 50% health. There is another man on this level, and it is Squall again. Barbed wire will give it away as Max cracks it open. The gap. Here's Max in the corridor. Squall sees him. Does the land quite a bit of damage, but it's not enough to put him down. Doesn't take anywhere near as much as he gave out in return either. And now Tensaro is in immediate react mode to try and get around there and deal with it. Sprays through the wall, misses every single shot.
Just before him.
Furious G tries to come up and help out. He will lose his life for it. Max grabbing that kill, but now Max goes down to the shotgun. The Twitch is going to come in, start pre-firing, and gives his position away because of it. Squall secures it with ease, and we're on to map point for Vitality. 4 rounds to 0. They have this map on lock.
Not quite as flawless of a defense as their previous rounds, but given the less ideal location of that one, I'd say it went pretty damn smoothly for them.
I can't help but feel though that, I mean, they lost that bomb site, right, because IG just don't know the rest of the map, and they were just hidden in small corners where they weren't expected and grab kills. Fine. But we've seen teams do that on Lex of Oregon. That's the 3 Roma strat. That's that kind of stuff.
Right.
So why don't we see the same counter that people run on Oregon? I.e., just rush the bomb site. There's a window that leads you straight into it.
Yeah.
Just go in there, ignore everyone else that's around the rest of the map, and just run on in.
Exactly. It's, I mean, with the window that close, and once that plant goes down, it's such a small room. They only opened that one hole. They didn't open any sight lines into B. They just have a rotation to it. But the rotation doesn't do you much good once you plant and jump right back out the window.
No. So, here comes the IG defense of this top floor. Again,
Attackers have located
trying to give it a shot. They have not had a good job the last couple of times. They need to get better, and they have done before.
10 seconds left before insertion.
But right now, Not sure it's going to happen. They're running the similar setups to the last couple of rounds for defense. They have adjusted some reinforcements, no longer reinforcing this area. They are double reinforcing here, so there's something in this. And well, Brian picking up a very early kill onto Crisco will help, but he is then traded straight back out by Anthrax. Vitality.
Drone activated.
Were super cautious of those early kills earlier on. The trade 1-for-1 is not the worst. It's only Sledge that went down too, so it's not the worst person it could have been.
Granted, Sledge can do some work on this map.
He can.
He could make this one big open room. Just one giant wall-to-wall open place.
Bias has grabbed himself one more kill, and they also now know that Tansara is on the other side of this wall. He stands straight up and does actually do some good damage here to Squall's Blackbeard, but is now in a very, very tough spot, taking a lot of damage. His feet are exposed, and that's all that Squall needs. Call comes out that he's down, and Bias will go to secure him. There's only 2 members left up then for IG. One of them is Hopak, who has done a couple of work rounds in the past, but Max is the other. Squall is in that same spot he was at again, has taken Max down incredibly low because of it, firing down that corridor in towards the front entrance. Well, Max is still in that same corner doing what he can to spray through and get that window open, but he don't need it. And once more he's being pinned here. He has not had a good job staying alive once that wall gets opened in the past. He now knows Furious is on the right thanks to that drone. Furious is going to drone in. He begins to pre-fire as he knows Furious is about to peek. Furious does so, but both shots have missed from either one of them. Squall grabs one, Bios grabs the other. GG, well played.
That's all she wrote.
And it's a 5-0 win for Vitality.